Hi, Scorpio. Welcome back to Moonveil Tarot. And if you're new here, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, so I need you to really hear what I am about to say because this reading came through with a very specific energy, and I want to honor it properly before we even pull a single card. Because what I am picking up for you today is not just that someone is thinking about you, it is not just that someone has feelings for you, it is something much more specific than that. It is the energy of someone who encountered you and genuinely did not know what to do with it. Like, not in a bad way, but in the way that happens when you have been around a certain kind of person your whole life, and then suddenly you meet someone who operates completely differently, and your whole frame of reference just does not apply anymore. And what I want to say before anything else is that there is a specific quality about you that this person has never encountered before. And I know that sounds like something people say, but I want to be very specific about what I mean, because it is not just that you are attractive to them or that you have chemistry. It is that you carry yourself in a way that most people simply do not. You know who you are, you know what you want, you have standards, you have boundaries, and you do not negotiate those things just to make other people comfortable. And for someone who has spent most of their life around people who are still figuring themselves out, encountering you is like suddenly seeing something they did not even know existed. And today, the cards are going to show you exactly what has been happening inside this person since they met you, what they have been feeling, what they have been struggling with, who they turned to, and what is coming next. Because there is a lot happening underneath the surface that you deserve to know about. So take a breath, get comfortable, and let's get into this. Okay, so I am building this reading in 4 chapters because what is happening with this person is a story, and every story has chapters. Chapter 1 is what they see when they look at you. Chapter 2 is what it stirred up inside them. Chapter 3 is the conversation they had with someone they trust. And chapter 4 is what happens next. Let's start with chapter 1. Chapter 1, what they see when they look at you. The Queen of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Wands together. Okay, the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Wands together for what they see when they look at you. And I want to walk through every single one of these because this combination is extraordinary. The Queen of Wands first. And what I love about this card in this position is that the Queen of Wands is not just attractive, she is magnetic. There is a difference. Attractive means people notice you. Magnetic means people cannot look away. And what this card is showing me is that when this person looks at you, there is something that pulls their attention in a way that surprises even them. Like, it is not just how you look, it is the way you carry yourself, the way you move through a room, the way you sit, the way you talk, the way you hold your posture. There is a confidence in you that does not announce itself. It just exists, and people feel it before they can name it. And I want to say something about the Queen of Wands energy specifically because it is important. The Queen of Wands is not someone who is trying to be powerful. She just is. And that quality of power that does not perform itself is one of the rarest things a person can carry. And this person sees it in you clearly, and it both draws them in and makes them question themselves in the most honest way. And then the Seven of Cups, which is the imagination card, the possibilities card. And in this position, for what they see when they look at you, the Seven of Cups is showing me that you have opened up a whole world of possibility in their mind. Like, You are the kind of person who makes other people think bigger, dream bigger, want more for themselves just by existing in their proximity. And this person is sitting with all of those possibilities and trying to figure out which one is real and which direction to move in. And the sheer number of possibilities that your presence has created is almost overwhelming for them. And then the Page of Wands, which is the recognition card, the I see something powerful here card. And what this card is telling me is that this person recognized something in you almost immediately, like it did not take long and it was not subtle. They saw something real, something that made them think this is different, this person is different. And that recognition was the beginning of everything that came after. Chapter 2, what it stirred up inside them. The Four of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Five of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles together. Okay, so the Four of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Five of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles together for what all of this stirred up inside them. This is so layered. Let me walk through each one. The Four of Swords first, which is the retreat card, the pulling back to process card. And what this is showing me is that after encountering you, this person went quiet internally, like they pulled back into themselves, not because they were uninterested, but because they were overwhelmed by the interest. And the Four of Swords person, when they feel something big, does not lead with it immediately. They go inward first, they process, they sit with it, they try to understand it before they do anything about it. And this is important context, because if you have noticed this person being quieter than usual or more withdrawn, or like they pulled back after a moment of connection, that is not disinterest. That is the Four of Swords. That is someone who felt something big enough that they needed to go sit with it alone. And then the Hanged Man, which is the suspended state card, the everything is on hold while I figure this out card. And what this card is showing me is that this person has been in a state of pause specifically because of you. Like they have been seeing things from a completely new angle. The Hanged Man sees the world upside down. And what that means is that you have literally shifted the way this person sees things, not just you, but life, relationships, what they want, what they deserve, what is possible. And that shift has been both uncomfortable and necessary. And then the Five of Wands, which is the internal conflict card. And what this is showing me is that this person has been in a genuine internal debate, not about whether they are interested, but about what to do with the interest. Like they are wrestling with questions like, is this too good to be true? Am I ready for someone like this? Do I deserve this? Have I done enough work on myself? Is this the right time? And those questions have been loud and persistent, and they have not been able to answer them alone. And then the Eight of Pentacles, which is the working on yourself card, the I am putting in the effort card. And what this card is showing me is that something about knowing you has made this person want to be better, like genuinely better, not to impress you, but because being around your energy made them realize there are things they have been settling for in themselves that they no longer want to settle for. And the Eight of Pentacles is them quietly doing that work in the background. And I want to say something about this combination because it is so honest. This person is not playing games with you. They are not being strategic. They are genuinely struggling with how real and how big what they feel for you is, and the struggling. The Four of Swords and the Hanged Man and the Five of Wands is not a red flag. It is actually a green one, because people only struggle this hard with feelings that are genuinely significant. Chapter 3. The conversation they had with someone they trust, the Hierophant, the Three of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Wands together. Okay, so here is the chapter 1 I want you to really pay attention to, because this is where it gets very specific and very real. The Hierophant, the Three of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Wands, for the conversation that happened with someone they trust. And I need to tell you what I am seeing, because this is not just a casual conversation. This person went to someone, a specific someone who they trust more than almost anyone. And I feel a mother figure energy around this strongly, like whether that is their actual mother or someone who occupies that role in their life, an aunt, an older sister, a mentor, someone who is wise and who this person knows will tell them the truth. And this person sat down with that figure and talked about you. And the Hierophant in this position is telling me that the conversation was serious, not casual, not, oh, by the way, I like someone, but a real sit down, let me tell you everything kind of conversation, the kind you have when you genuinely do not know what to do and you need someone older and wiser to help you see clearly. And what I am picking up is that there were emotions in this conversation, like genuine emotions, because this person has been carrying everything we saw in chapter 2, the Four of Swords processing, the Hanged Man confusion, the Five of Wands internal conflict, and talking about it out loud to someone they trust, brought all of that to the surface, and it came out as tears, because that is what happens when you have been carrying something alone for too long and you finally find a safe place to put it down. And the Three of Cups in this position is confirming that emotional release, because the Three of Cups in a conversation context shows me a moment of genuine connection between this person and the one they went to. Like they were truly heard, truly seen in that conversation. And the person they went to did not minimize what they were feeling. They honored it. And that honoring is what allowed the tears to come safely. And then the Wheel of Fortune, which in this context is what the trusted person said back. And what the Wheel of Fortune represents in someone else's words is this is a turning point. This is something significant. This is the kind of thing you do not ignore. And I feel like the message from this trusted figure was something along the lines of what you have found in this person is rare, and rare things deserve to be honored, not overthought, not second guessed, honored. And then the Ace of Wands as the final card in the conversation chapter, which is the new beginning card, the spark card, the go toward it card. And what this card is showing me is that the conversation ended with this person feeling ignited, like they walked in carrying all of that weight and confusion, and they walked out with clarity and a spark and a direction, and that direction is toward you. Chapter 4. What happens next? The Knight of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Lovers, and the Ten of Cups together. The Knight of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Lovers, and the Ten of Cups together for what happens next. And let me walk through every single one of these because this is beautiful. The Knight of Cups first, who we know is the romantic, the one who leads with his heart, who shows up with feeling on his sleeve. And what this card is telling me is that what is coming from this person is an emotional expression, a real one. Like after the Four of Swords processing and the Hanged Man confusion and the Five of Wands internal debate and the conversation with the trusted figure, the Knight of Cups is what emerges. Someone ready to say what has been sitting inside them. Someone who has worked through enough of the confusion to be able to lead with the truth of how they feel. And then the Six of Wands, which is the victory card, the recognition card. And in this context, what this card is showing me is that this person is going to show up differently for you than they have shown up for anyone before. Like the Six of Wands is not quiet or tentative. It is someone who has made a decision and is moving toward it with confidence. And what they have decided is that you are worth the vulnerability. You are worth the risk. You are worth showing up for fully. And then the Lovers card as the third card in the next chapter, and the Lovers is the conscious choice card, the soul level recognition card. And what this card in this position is telling me is that what is coming is not impulsive. It is not reactive. It is a deliberate, eyes wide open. I choose this person decision, and the Lovers card does not show up for casual feelings. It shows up for the real thing. And this is the real thing. And then the 10 of Cups as the final card of the whole reading, the complete emotional fulfillment card, the rainbow card, the everything card as the destination of this whole story, and loves. I want you to really receive that, because the 10 of Cups does not show up at the end of a reading unless what is available on the other side is genuinely worth having. And what is available here, built on everything we have seen today, the Queen of Wands recognition, the Hanged Man awakening, the real conversation with real tears, the Knight of Cups expression, the Lovers card choosing is the 10 of Cups. Complete, full, real love. Okay, tea leaf cards now. 6 of them. Getting specific. First tea leaf card. Someone talking with their hands over their heart. Someone talking with their hands over their heart. And this image is so specific because hands over the heart is what people do when they are speaking from the deepest part of themselves, when what they are saying is not just words, but feeling. And what this tea leaf card is showing me is the image of that conversation with the trusted figure. This person, hands over their heart, saying, I have never felt this before, and I do not know what to do with it. Next tea leaf card, a gem being held up to the light. A gem being held up to the light. And this is such a beautiful image, because when you hold a gem up to the light, you are not hiding it. You are displaying it. You are saying, look at this. Look at how it catches everything. Look at how it reflects back something real and beautiful. And what this tea leaf card is showing me is how this person talks about you when they talk to people they trust. They hold you up like a gem. They talk about you with this quality of, look what I found. And the trusted figure, looking at the gem they are, describing, says, that is rare. Do not let it go. Next tea leaf card, tears that come from relief, not sadness. Tears that come from relief, not sadness. And I want to talk about this image because it is so specific about what happened in that conversation. Because sometimes we cry, not because something is painful, but because we have been carrying something alone for too long, and we finally found someone safe enough to put it down with, and the relief of being seen, the relief of saying out loud what has been living in your chest, and having someone receive it with care that produces a very specific kind of tears. And that is what happened when this person talked about you. They cried the relief kind, not the sad kind. Next tea leaf card, a door being walked toward with purpose. A door being walked toward with purpose. And the key word here is purpose, not hope, not hesitation, not maybe if the timing is right, purpose, which means a decision has been made and a direction has been chosen and the movement is intentional. And what this tea leaf card is showing me is this person, after everything, the processing, the confusion, the conversation, the clarity, walking towards something with a quality of, I know where I am going now, and where they are going is toward you. Next tea leaf card. Your name being spoken with warmth. Your name being spoken with warmth. And this is one of the most intimate images the tea leaves can show, because the way someone says your name when they think nobody is paying attention tells you everything. And what this card is showing me is that when this person says your name to the people they trust, there is warmth in it. There is care. There is a quality of, this person matters to me more than I know how to say, and the people around them can hear it, even when they try to keep it casual. And the last tea leaf card, two people finding the same rhythm. Two people finding the same rhythm. And this final tea leaf card is the most hopeful image we have pulled today, because finding the same rhythm is what happens between two people who are genuinely compatible, not just attracted, not just interested, but actually in sync, in the way that makes everything feel easier and more natural and more like, oh, this is what it is supposed to feel like. And this image at the end of this reading is the universe's way of saying that rhythm is what is available between you two, and it is closer than you think. Okay, final messages from your guides. 6 cards. You carry something most people have never encountered. You carry something most people have never encountered. And your guides want this to be the first thing they say, because I think sometimes when someone has a strong reaction to you, a big reaction, an overwhelming one, it can feel like too much, or like something is wrong, or like you somehow caused a problem just by being yourself. And your guides are saying, no, the reaction is not a problem. It is evidence that what you carry is rare enough that encountering it changes people. And that is not something to apologize for. That is something to own. Next, final card. Your standards are not the problem, they are the filter. Your standards are not the problem, they are the filter. And I love this message, because sometimes people who have high standards are made to feel like the standards are the issue. Like if you just lowered them, things would be easier. And your guides are saying, no, your standards are not the obstacle. They are the filter. They filter out what is not aligned and let through what is. And what the cards are showing today is that this person, even in their confusion, even in their struggle, passed the filter, because their reaction to you was not to ask you to be less. It was to ask themselves to be more. Next final card. Someone who cried about you is someone who cares about you. Someone who cried about you is someone who cares about you. And your guides are being very direct with this message, because I think sometimes we wonder if someone's feelings are real, if they are deep enough, if they are serious enough, and your guides are pointing at the tears, the actual tears that happened in that conversation, and saying, those are the proof. People do not cry about things that do not matter to them. People do not get emotional talking about something they are casual about. The fact that they cried talking about you to someone they love is the clearest possible sign that what they feel is real. Next final card, let them come to you in their own time. Let them come to you in their own time. And your guides are being very specific here because everything we have seen today, the processing, the confusion, the conversation, the clarity is a process, and processes take time. And the guidance from your guides is not to rush this, not to push, not to make it easier for them by meeting them further than where you are, but to stay exactly where you are in your Queen of Wands energy, in your knowing what you want energy, in your standards and your posture and your power, and let them close the distance because they are closing it. And when they arrive, it will mean something because they will have traveled to get there. Next, final card. The love that is coming has been earned by both of you. The love that is coming has been earned by both of you. And this is such a rich message because earned love is different from easy love. Easy love shows up without asking anything of either person, but earned love is what you get when both people have done something real, to be ready for it. And what the cards have shown today is that both of you have been doing that work. You have been holding your standards, knowing your worth, not settling, and they have been doing the Four of Swords processing, the Hanged Man growing, the Eight of Pentacles becoming, and when two people both do the work, what they build together has a foundation that most love stories never have. And the very last card, you will never have to make yourself smaller for this person. You will never have to make yourself smaller for this person. And your guides saved this for last because it is the most important thing they could say, because there are connections in life where being fully yourself, being the Queen of Wands, being the person with the standards and the posture and the knowing feels like too much for the other person, and you end up shrinking, editing, becoming quieter, becoming less so that they can be comfortable. And your guides are saying, that is not this. This person was not looking for someone smaller. They were not looking for someone easier. They were looking for exactly what you are. And they found it, and they cried about it to their mother because they knew what they had found was everything. So to wrap this whole reading up, the message is so clear and so complete. They cried to their mother about you because they have never met someone like you. The Queen of Wands showed us what they see when they look at you. The Four of Swords and the Hanged Man showed us the processing. The Five of Wands showed us the internal debate. The Hierophant and the Three of Cups showed us the real emotional conversation. The Wheel of Fortune showed us what they were told. And the Knight of Cups and the Lovers and the Ten of Cups showed us exactly where this is going. And the gem held up to the light, the tears that come from relief, the door being walked toward with purpose, your name spoken with warmth, two people finding the same rhythm, all of it is pointing in one direction towards something real, built between two people who both did the work to deserve it. You carry something most people never encounter. Your standards are the filter, not the problem, and you will never have to make yourself smaller for this person. And the love that is coming has been earned by both of you. I hope this reading gave you clarity today and validation, and maybe a little bit of that quiet knowing that says, I already felt this, and now I know it is real because loves, it is real. If this resonated, bestie, please give this video a thumbs up. It genuinely helps Moonveil Tarot grow. Drop a comment and tell me how this landed. I always love hearing from you. And if you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a reading. Thank you so much for being here today. Take really good care of yourself. Hold your standards. Know your worth. And remember, someone cried about you to their mother because what you carry is that rare and that real. This is Moonveil Tarot signing off. Bye, loves.